I'm sweating. How's it going? I'm going to give everybody a chance to come in before I start. Oh, I got to go get my glasses anyway. So I'll be right back. Oh. Oh.
Canadian summers just hit different with Tim's. I know. Introducing the new caramel ice cap and the return of the Oreo double stuffed ice cap. Memories are made with Tim's.
Sorry for the echo, guys. Give me a second. There we go. Hey, everybody. Today, we got to get our plants repotted for the final time. It means I'm going to have another table, a small table over where my medicinal plants are and bring up another light. Yes, another light. So, let's go up here. Where is everybody? Oh, there we go. I've got the it pulled down. How's it going, everybody? So, we got quite a few things to work on today, and I'll say hi to everybody in a minute. Remember those pieces of wandering jig that I got from where I bought my first bag of soil, the Botanics, and they've got a nice set of roots on them. Whoops. So they're going to get planted in this so that I can hang it up in my office. Because you know what I did? You know how I have the two L brackets I screwed into the window frame? I put a curtain rod across them so that I can hang up one more thing. All right, oh, I know what I need. I need my bottle of water. That's what I need. And my spray bottle for the smaller things. Where's my spray bottle? Here's my water bottle. I thought it was just here. It was just right here. Oh well, we'll have to use the regular water bottle, won't we? Isn't that the oddest thing? Oh well. Oh, you're home from the hospital, Rosita. How did everything go out? Hey, Julie, Seashell, Esax, Lacey Black, Leona 59, Rosita Slade, Laura's Little Homestead. Fixing to eat some leftover spaghetti. Back is hurting bad today. I get it. I get it. I have been, let's talk a little bit. I have been, you know how every spring I get up and I get all excited and I start my plants. And then when the snow starts to melt, I look outside and go, God, how am I going to do it? But the truth is, I can't stop. It's not an obsession or anything. It's, hi, Amy. Lori M., Laura's Little Homestead. The thing is if I stop, I'll stop everything. I'll stop everything. So even if it means, and for some reason, I just keep making more work for myself by wanting more, by starting more. But the truth is, if I stop, I'll stop for good. YouTube, everything will end if I retire. And I would probably sit in my chair knitting for the rest of my life. And that's probably where I'd die. So let's just, do the things you can do on a daily basis and just keep moving forward an inch at a time. I used to be, okay, today I'm going to plant my tomatoes. And it's like, man, oh man, that's a lot of work for me. But with Howie's help and, the weather and all that stuff, it always seems to work out. I always get to the end of November going, I don't know how I just did that, right? We are all transplanting today. I can't stop either. I'm going to have nerve blocks again soon, and probably my third back surgery before the end. Well, Laura, you gotta slow down. You gotta do like what I do. Is I learned how to use my walker to fill my tomato beds. Right? I have a little stool somebody sent me. It's actually a kneeler, but I flip it over and it's a little stool, so I can sit down in the garden if I have to. The next, oh my God, I got onions and garlic coming up all over the place. I had no idea. I'm wondering if squirrels or something dug them up and replanted them somewhere else, because I've got like 5 beds that have onions and garlic showing up. Hey, Joe Mama. No, not only that, you can't stop gardening because then it would be even harder to eat. That's true. That's true. My pantry's taken a beating this year. As a matter of fact, I'm thinking of getting Howie to get rid of that cabinet that's out the porch that just seems to be a collect-all. I wonder if he could take the book. I bet you he could take all the doors and shelves out of it, turn it upside down, make it a raised bed. Because seriously, it just catches shit. And then I could put my little fridge, I call it the dairy, where I keep my extra cheese, my extra butter, my extra milk. It sounds like there's a lot of extra, but there's not. But if I could get my little freezer and my little dairy out into the porch, A, it would use less energy keeping things cold in the winter. And B, I could put more shelves in the pantry. Used to be able to prepare 6 beds a day for... I used to be able to put a whole garden in, but that was 30 some years ago, right? 30 years ago, I could put a whole 60 by 30 garden in a day, in a morning. Have a shower, have a nap, and, get on with getting supper ready and wait for the kids to come home from school kind of thing. Got the lawn done today. Looks good. Oh, good, Joe. How did he do in the backyard, or is that going to be another day? Hi, Tony Nicole, Tina Elliott, Stacy Robbins, Michelle Jones, Sheila Hubbard, Alex Wilson. Did I miss anybody? All right, so I'm going to fill up this pot while we talk. So here's what's going on, too. We've got all the stuff coming for the roof next Monday. And, well, we've got the nails and everything, but the shingles are coming next Monday. I'll take you outside, or this is going to end up being a video. So I will, when I'm done, it'll end up being a video. You're just here to be live with me kind of thing. And we've got all the plywood and lumber for downstairs. Okay. Hi, Charlene. Oh, I'm sorry. You guys need to see what I'm doing, don't you? I want to get this done so that I can wash my floors this weekend. All right, so here's my Wandering Jude. Let's just get him. This soil is so nice and soft. Get that right down in there and pop you in there like that. Now, I got 3 of them, so I'm going to kind of put them around the side, each side. Like this. And then I'm going to add some more soil, I think. Around there. And then these are going to go, hopefully, my whole window, it only gets a little bit of sun at sunset, but it has its own plant light. Because the plant light has one of the arms broken on it, and it'll only work in my office because I've lost the plug thing that the USB goes into, and it won't do on a normal USB. All right. Let's give them back their water. Give them a little drink, and into the office these go. I'll be right back. Hey, Frida. Hi, Lynn. Yeah, slow and steady wins the race. You're right there. Let's hope I don't collapse my thingamajig that I got going on up here. Sorry for the delay, folks. It took a little wrangling to figure out how to put 3 hanging plants on 2 L brackets and a curtain rod with a light clamp to it, so it wouldn't all come down on my head. Oh, right. Now, when we were in Home Depot, I couldn't help myself because I didn't start these. Oh. I didn't start these. This is rosemary and this is basil. Now, what I want to show you is, look how many, I saw this on a video the other day. This looks lovely, but if you just kept this and watered it, you wouldn't have a good basil plant because this is a lot of basil plants in one. So I'm going to put them in a bigger pot. I'm wondering if I should just, no, I'm going to put them in a bigger pot and separate them so that when it comes time to plant, that might be a bit much. Let's just take some of that out here. Hey, Rebecca, how are you, darling? Hi, Jules. Rosie Bernard and Pam Robinson, Lynn Smith. Hey, I hope I haven't missed anybody, but I am. See, they put extra wood in there, I swear, just to make it. All right, so here is our burpee. Wow. This really doesn't want to come out. Look at that. This is why it looks nice, but it won't go nice. So I'm going to very, very carefully, holy smokes, cut open like that and then just peel it back. I know it seems like, wow, this is why this would not survive long, folks. So let's just set this aside and see if we can't somehow tease these apart a little bit. Maybe if we can get some. Oh, poor babies. Oh, the poor babies. In a minute, Gracie's going to want to come in. Look at this. This is what you get for putting a bunch of seeds in a hole and not spread. Oh, thank you. I'm so sorry to baby. All right, so their roots are relatively small, so I'm just going to start putting them in here like this. Actually, I shouldn't have covered that one. We'll put 5 or 6 in each pot. And that way, they're separate basil plants. When I go to put them out, I can put them in different parts of my garden, right? Because herbs are always helpful at keeping bugs away and all kinds of stuff. Look at that, guys. Look at that. I'm going to have to get a couple of trays for these. Look, that's 5 basil plants. Okay, let me get a tray. Oh, I'm going to try and keep it to 2 pots because I'm out of space. Oh, Jenga. I'm out of space. So I'm going to have to find another little table and another light. Okay. Because we don't want the water all over the place here. These will get washed and bleached and saved for next year. Okay, let's move you over here. What's going on? The doctor didn't send me home with pain meds or hernia girdle at all. Yeah, They want the most money, but they're getting cheap on, oh, that looks like a rough. There we go. Yeah, I remember when I crashed the Acura and got whiplash, and I was sitting in the drugstore parking lot while Howie went in and got my meds. They gave me a prescription. Gave me my muscle relaxers and pain meds. And my boss, who, by the way, I was on the way to work to do some shopping for work when I crashed the car. I had phoned them and told them I was in a car accident and that I wouldn't be into work that day. And my boss saw me at the drugstore sitting in the car. And I said, and he goes, so what's the diagnosis? I said, I have whiplash. And he looked right at me and said, where's your collar? These are just so badly tangled. I wonder if they'll even survive. But he said, where's your collar? And I just handed him the piece of paper that they gave me in the ER saying I had whiplash. And he goes, oh, I'm just joking. I said, no, you weren't. I said, you naturally don't trust anybody who works for you, you know? All right, I have a couple more, so I think I'll just stick these to 2 pots. And I'll put another little one in over here. Oh, God, I got a couple more there, too. I didn't even see you. I'm sorry, baby. But this will give them a more chance to grow because these are all individual basil plants. Hey, Patricia, how are you? Hi, Jennifer. Now, I got one more here I'm going to put in. And honestly, folks, I should be watering the roots before closing the hole. You don't want the roots to be dry at all. Okay, so there's my basil plants. And I have about 12 or 13 of those. Oh, I'll put you over there. Now let's, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, little baby plants. My goodness. All right, see, look at this. Holy crap. If all of these grow, I will have a lot of basil. And let me get this last little, look, they must put like just half a package of seeds in one hole. Poor things, they were choking to death. All right, there you go. Over there you go. Okay. Now, let's look at our rose. Oh, yeah. Well, we know it's basil, so I don't have to. This is not too bad, but I still would like it in a bigger pot. Let's see how many rosemary plants we have. I think there's only 1 or 2. One. See, they plant them like that to make them look really bushy, but they're just a bunch of plants strangling together. 2, 3. There's 4 rosemary plants there. Okay, let's just toss this back into the bottom. I think these are going to get thrown out. This is a lot of peat in here. That's the roots from the basil. Waste not, want not. If you don't waste, you won't want. All right. Rosemary. Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. I'm going to do a little bit more companion planting research and see if maybe these shouldn't be in their own bed, but in beds with other things like, tomatoes and But some things don't like each other, you know? Uh-oh. I'm sorry, baby. You need a little more support there, don't you? There we go. Okay, over there with the basil. All right. So this is quite a bit difference. Quite a big difference. Get off of there. This is quite a big difference between this, right? Well, I'm glad, Rosita. I'm glad you're home, too. Have you seen the seed snail method that everyone on YouTube has been trying to save space when starting seeds? I haven't tried it, but it looks interesting. I've never heard of it, honey. Okay, so I'm going to plant some herbs now, and then we're going to get on to the tomatoes. Oh. Now, I know this is not seed starting mix. This is potting mix. But, you know, needs must as the devil drives. This says there's oregano in here, but I can't feel anything. Oh, they're so tiny. That's right. And I'm going to use those 2 water bottle, big green water bottle planters. I'm going to use some of them for my herb. I'm going to use them for some of my herbs too. Oregano. Oh, you know what? Before I do that, let's water the soil first, and then they'll stick better, right? And then they won't get washed away when I am... These are like smaller than sand. There is oregano. I still have some in my pantry hanging from last year, and it still smells really good. Okay, let's put oregano. Well, let's just do this. I know it's much nicer when the seeds are in a plastic thing, because then they don't get wrecked. Here we go. Put them all to bed. Oregano. Hey, Karen. Ooh, what knowledge did I miss? Hi, Jennifer Ocean. Sunday, I made the 3rd drive to Costco in Moncton, and then 3 hours back. Garden Center don't open till June. June? Planting's in May. But they had aloe and snake plants inside the store, so I was happy. Good. All right. I have a really big bag of soil here. Okay, so again, we're gonna... Oh, you know what? Yeah. And here comes the parsley. Here we can't plant outside till June, so the store said they won't have the garden center open till June. But the thing is you want to get ready, right? This is why I start on my own. Parsley. Oh, that's a lot of parsley. Okay. There we go. It's a beautiful day today. The sun is shining, and I have 1 more herbs to plant, and then I'm going to have to find a place to put these until I find a table for them. I just want the fruit trees, so I'm starting my seeds now, but I want as much berry bushed and fruit trees as I can afford. I hear you. I got 2 apricot trees coming. And I'd like to do raspberries, or not raspberries, thornless blackberries. And here is sage. It comes back every year if you look after it, but we'll see. Some of those are broken. I wonder if they put extra stuff in there to make you think they got more seeds. I could see that, you know. And sage. I should really tuck that down in there when there's... Okay, I got to put these aside somewhere. And then we're going to start, I'm going to bring over tomatoes. Mother's Day is when we start flowers. Oh, man, that's fast coming up too, isn't it? All right. I'm just going to put these over on the shelf over here. So that when Howie gets home, I need another tin lid over here. Oh yeah, something else went down the stairs. All right. I'm telling you folks, I'm running out of room. Okay, there's that. All right, now they're out of the way. Let's start back with the tomatoes. Look at those guys. Somebody asked me, you know what? I'm really hot. I'm going to turn the fan on here. Yeah, I know. I know. See, I have already been pinching back some of the bigger leaves. I should do that with scissors so it's less traumatic for the plant. Right down. Gracie, what? Well, it might be my delivery. Hang on. Gracie's been laying out on the porch in the sun. She's a heat-seeking missile, that girl. Thank you. Yes, I have. See, this, some will say Manitoba, some will say Quebec 5, but if they say nothing, it's a Manitoba tomato. Let's get you over to the center a little bit. Go. Add a bit more soil. See how furry? See the hairs on that? Those will turn into roots if you just cover them in soil and water them. And this is the last transplant, I hope. And it's not really transplanting. See, this says Quebec 5. If it doesn't say Quebec 5 or doesn't say Manitoba, then it's a Manitoba. I'm just going to pinch you off right there. Right down in. I like to give them some fresh soil because the Organic Pro Mix has, you know, biological food in it that will feed your plants for up to 3 months. Now, I know people think I start things way too early, and I do, but that's how I get them to nursery size. By the time, get down there, hang on. By the time they're ready to go out. Hey, Dragon, how's it going? Hi, Mary. Laura's little homestead. Jules. Dragon. Uh-oh. Now, you can see where I dropped this off before. You can hear the snip. But it isn't upset at all now, is it? Well, not that I may be upset at the moment while I'm, ripping it up by the roots and cutting off branches and stuff like that, but it makes them so much happier. See, this one has nothing on it, which means it's a Manitoba tomato. Let's snip you and you. Now, if you wanted to, you could stick these in water, and every one of those little hairs would make a root. I just don't have room for any more tomatoes. I don't have room for the tomatoes I got. But you got to give them a week or two to get used to the transplant before you do anything with them. And I'm getting dirt in my tea. Oh well. At least it's organic. All right, here we go. This is a Quebec 5. You see the difference between the Quebec 5 and the Manitoba? This one grows 7 days sooner. So first we're going to go you, boom, boom, like that. And if you feel like you're cutting through the stem when you do that, you are. The stem that you put down on the bottom the last time. Oh, yes, folks. Tonight I'm going to be taking my pork and hamburger out of the freezer, some of it anyway, and putting it in the fridge so that it can be cooked tomorrow and canned the next day. And I always put them back in the same pot that I grew them in. Why? Because they're labeled, or at least I know which ones are which. Whoops. That water's not going down too fast. And if you're wondering if I use these for cooking and that, I have like 3 pairs of white-handled scissors. They're my utility scissors for the kitchen. Let's give you guys a little bit more refreshing soil. Get the roots out of here. And if I have dirt left over on the table, you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to take it outside and I'm going to throw it in one of my beds where Gracie's been digging. Yeah, don't look at me like that. I know you've been digging. All right. I think I'm actually going to do that. Now, let's take this outside and throw it in the tomato bed. Oop, we don't want that in there. We just want the dirt and stuff. And then I'm going to push my plants back. My tomato plants back, and I'm going to go get a couple more. sheet pizza and a salad. That sounds like a good idea. Oh. Get over there. Okay. I think we established the last time we did this. Yes, Dragon, I do. Seashell will give you my Cooking with Cannabis channel on Rumble, and you can see my latest update on my plants there. Dragon, I'm not going to say the word again, but I start them and I get them to like nursery size for regular plants. And then Howie takes them out and he grows them in the greenhouse. It's not a greenhouse that you use all year round. It's just a shed with clear plastic roofing material and walls. It's to keep a lot of the cross-pollination down from plants that are around here, right? So, and so that we can control the water, like how much moisture they get. And I didn't even have to really look at that to know that that was a Quebec 5 plant. Thanks, Seashell. Well, you're gonna, I hope you're reading up because it's not as easy as planting tomatoes. It really isn't. You'll have all kinds of people tell you to plant your cannabis plant like a tomato and bury it. It doesn't work. That kills them. You know what, buddy? I'm just gonna add some more soil around you and just leave you. You don't look that big. I'll put you under a different light. Me too. I got really excited when Amy, I got really excited when I tried this subarctic plenty, but they were no better than a large cherry tomato. They don't have to be big, huge, but they do need to be a size I can work with for canning, right? I have to go add some more water to my bottle. Are you tired of looking at how I'm doing this? Let me know if you'd rather talk to me while I'm doing it. Now, while I'm up, I'm going to go set these aside and grab a few more tomato plants. I don't want to put them back after I've done this until I'm done them all. Or I may miss something. You know what I mean? All right. Holy smokes. Look at these ones. Alrighty. Oh, I'm wearing the same clothes that I did the tea break in last night because I had a shower before the tea break and got into fresh clothes. So, okay, this is a Manitoba. And yet I water them every day, but look how, like sometimes twice a day, and look how dry they are. Just going to take that part off. Started my Roma seeds. They shot up about 2 inches. Very thin stems and tiny green tip. What happened? They're too far away from the light. They need to have a light like that high, only that high away. They need more light. That means if they're getting leggy and thin, it's because they're not getting enough light. Essex. Well, subarctic plenty was made for growing fresh tomatoes on the American military base in Greenland, so not supposed to be a cooking tomato. Oh, I didn't know that. Thanks, Essex. But they didn't say, I have no idea. I just tried them, but I didn't like them. So now I'm hoping these Quebec 5s aren't the same. But even so, if they're a smaller tomato, it really doesn't matter. They're being planted, next cheek and jowl with the Manitoba tomatoes. And this guy doesn't need to be trimmed at all, except maybe that one lower branch. Maybe this one right there. Because I'm finding they're reaching out over and they're shading other plants on the table. Oh, good. That's why you see my plants have different heights, or my lights are different heights for different plants, which I will show you in the video that's going to be out tomorrow. Because I'm just going to be redoing this video. Like I'm just going to be re-downloading it and whatnot. There you go, baby. Down in deep. Some nice fresh soil. That's got nutrients in it. Okay, there we go. Good idea, Jackie. So did he do the backyard, Joe? I might have cut off too big of a leaf there. They do work really well. They do work really well. I have the clamp ones that spread out, and then I have the bigger ones that I can raise and lower. I don't want the... There we go. That might be a bit small, but it's got a month to get big and ugly. Well, there, I love my tomato plants. I love tomatoes. See, this is a Quebec 5. Look at the size of this thing. Mammakins. How's it going? Okay, Joe, take care. Love you. See, I don't even have to look to know that that was a Quebec. This one's a Quebec 5. Now, the first couple of days after transplanting like this and pushing them down to make more roots, you really want to water these well. You want to keep them well watered. I don't know how you folks in the city do it with chlorinated water. This one really didn't look like it needed much, did it? Didn't need to go down that far. And this also does something else. This allows me to rotate my plants under different lights so that they all see, you know, if you notice, not some of them, not just the Quebec 5, are bigger and growing more than the other because there's two different kinds of lights they're under. No, I don't fertilize at all. I buy the Organic Premium Pro Mix, and it has organic plant food in it enough for 3 months. So that's why you see me taking this stuff off and then adding more of the fresh Pro Mix. Over new transplants. No, these seems to do fine. Well, listen, folks. I'm going to get this done, and then I will do this as a video for y'all so you can see the results, and I'll show you the plant table and all my tomatoes and stuff. All right? I love you guys. I run a sump pump water. Good. The Pro Mix. Just don't use it for starting seeds like I just did with the herbs because it doesn't work as well. Oh, that's something else I wanted to do. Hang on a second. These are my leeks. These are my leeks. And they were started in the seed starting soil. And they're just really spindly. So what I want to do is see if I can't. Well, in for a penny, in for a pound. Look at the roots. I want to put some fresh potting soil under these roots to lift them up and give them more growth space. Let's see if I can't just flip that back over. And anything that isn't anything, yeah, I you don't mess with onions and stuff, but these were getting really spindly, and they were only on the seed starting soil. They weren't. So I'm just going to sift some soil down over these. Did I miss anybody? Yes, I did. Let's put you over here. Let's get some more soil in here. And then just comb the hairs up. I just, over my Spanish onions, I just sifted soil. Am I missing? No, there we are. Babies. Just to give these guys a little more nutrients. Oops. Trying to make sure there's no roots showing. And these can go back. This will give them some more nutrients and more soil because they were pretty shallow. You're welcome, Nina. And color in his coloring books with my grandson earlier. Oh, that's wonderful, honey. All right. This is Mrs. Wolfie from Our Half Acre Homestead saying you'll get a more complete video tomorrow of everything I've done and what the table looks like, okay? I've got to get rid of some of this dirt and get cleaned up and finish transplanting or replanting my tomato plants. I love you guys. Mwah! Take care. God bless. And we'll see you again soon.